Alright, Chronos, where the first major boss fight is. Because they decide to set a standard that they don't follow through with in this game.
For a Vox Sports update, Dreadzone's Extermination of the Day award goes to Shellshock for his 360 Tomahawk finishing move on Plutonium Jones.
It was a beauty, Dallas, and it marks Shellshock's third extermination of the season.
Fourth, actually. The Omega Twins count as two.
Good points. And we're now live with Shellshock for comments. Shellshock?
Those Omega Twins went down like wee little girly men.
Yes, quite ironic, especially since they were actually teenage girls.
Yeah, ironic. Hey, Juanita, are you wearing Ace Hardlight underwear?
And now for a heartwarming story in entertainment news. Courtney Gears has made a remarkable recovery after a near-death experience last year when she was attacked by two psychotic fans.
Ah, poor girl. You know, you just hate to see that kind of senseless violence.
It's appalling, Dallas. I'd just like to take those two creeps and...
I'm sure we all would, Juanita. And you may just get your wish, because those very evildoers are about to come face to face with the mighty Shellshock. Catch it all live on Dreadzone.
Cool. So there's propaganda against us. And also, the guy we're actually gonna fight is gross.
Where Commander Shellshock and his army have taken over the city and don't like visitors. Ratchet will fight to keep Team Darkstar alive, while Clink tries not to get him lost. What? Clink? Clank? Well, Clank, that's what I said. Well, yeah, it doesn't matter, because Team Darkstar is about to become Team Deadstar. Oh, will they survive long enough to enter the foreboding Dark Cathedral? If so, Shellshock will be there to finish them off for good. Place your bets, everybody, because we're going straight to the action.
The cathedral is
Yeah. Oh, sniper rifle. I should probably buy something new eventually. Freeze.
completely locked down, but I have found
I'm cool. I'm super cool.
giant spotlights lie dormant nearby. If you activate,
I'm pretty sure level 10 is the max level of weapons on the first playthrough.
according to
And then you buy the special version and it goes up to 100, so... Yeah, I see a sliver of XP. We're still good. Man, I love skill points. Genuinely no idea.
Boss, I'm getting old. Battle's taking its toll on me. My joints are weak, my command line interface is buggy, I pull my armor up way too high, and the oil I use in my servos getting the gas.
Alright. We need more ammo. Yeah, this is great. Great game design to take Clank away from me. It's not like Owl could have done the job that Clank is doing in this game. It's not like Owl could have been mission control and also the engineer. It's not like they could have, You know what would have been a really good game design? Keep Clank, give us Clank. Because they only kidnapped Al. There were a ton of other people on the Starship Phoenix. They could have... I think it would have been really funny if they had kidnapped, like, Skid McMarks and make him mission control. He is a character designed to be... Not like... I mean, he does play stupid a lot, but like a computer illiterate guy trying to tell us how to play the game Like, if the tutorial guy had no idea what was going on. That would have been funny. Or Helga. Helga as, like, our personal trainer, being the tutorial, telling us how to jump and use the swing shot.
Allow me.
Jump onto the grind rail to traverse this gap.
What,
A pool of available upgrades
ammo.
for each weapon will appear above the bottom row of upgrades. You can unequip an alpha mod at any time and place it back into the alpha mod pool.
Yep. And we cannot buy individual alpha mods until the secondary playthrough. On the secondary playthrough, all alpha mods become just available for purchase.
Give me something hard to do.
There! One node down. And now we have so many missions just taking us across the city to the other node. Introducing Shell Shock. I'll buy the acid mod. Just because Shell Shock doesn't... If I recall, Shell Shock doesn't have a whole lot of support. Like, little mobs and, like, enemy support. So I think chip damage over time is going to be more effective on him.
Ladies and gentlemen, give it up for the one, the only, Shell Shock!
Come on, little furry man. Time to die. I call this one my dishonorable discharge.
There. And he's gone. So, swap back to electric. Yup. Didn't I turn off the help text? I guess that only takes out the subtitles, but keeps playing the audio. Cool. This game feels light on options, I just realized. I'm curious how many, because there's a lot of like quality of life stuff that they took out to include a lot of cool new stuff. I'm curious how many corners were cut just to make sure this game ran. I'd be, because for the longest time, there was a Ratchet and Clank game coming out like every year. They probably used a lot of, like, not similar assets, because clearly, like, this city is different. But, I mean, like... there's nothing new. What am I looking at? We get new stuff at the beginning of planets.
My map shows that this is an excellent spot to use the Hollow Shield launcher.
Nah. I don't have the Hollow Shield launcher.
Jump onto the grind rail to traverse this gap.
Is that just lost forever? Cool. Okay. Oh my god, I can't believe I just did that. Oh, I'm mad. I can't believe I just actually walked off the ledge. Are you kidding me?
onto the grind rail to traverse this gap.
Okay, cool. Nope, over. Over. That's right, they make us do redundant circles. Cool, I love not being able to dodge that because I'm on a grind rail. I don't exactly have a lot of movement options. Duh. And then it just moves the grind rail to the other side. Slip and slide. Again, I have... Okay.
The action's heating up as Team
Hack
Darkstar
control
lights
orbs
up the
2.
spotlights that will unlock the Dark Cathedral
Or
of Chronos.
Infiltrated the
A
Cathedral Part
torturous
2.
battle lies
Hack
ahead
control
as
orbs.
the Red Zone's deadliest warriors will be waiting to ambush them. Oh, baby, I love this job.
Ratchet, there is a magnetic lift up ahead. It will take you up the road that leads to the next stadium.
There we go. I was 1 kill away from a level up. Cool. Oh, my eye itches. Worst time. Ah. I need to chill out for a second. Oh. Ah. Oh, cool, and an executioner. Is this the first time we've seen one of them? This big guy. I mean, like, we've seen him in cutscenes, but...
Run, Ratchet, run.
Cool. It bothers me. It bothers me that I'm not getting dread points for the story missions.
I did? Well, that was then and this is now, huh? Team Darkstar will have to fight their way through a series of increasingly deadly arenas. Bet they didn't see that coming.
Still nothing.
Initiate annihilation.
Oh. Duh. Acid. I'll just switch the one.
As you know, Shell Shock's brain was destroyed by a cruise missile in the Obani Moon War. His brain was
I remember the Obani
an
Moons.
AI chip taken from a coffee machine. As a result, he is totally impervious to pain.
No. Bouncers.
Fantastic cappuccino.
Yeah, Shell Shock has coffee brain. There are so many little missions in the, like...
Team Darkstar is on the final stretch. This road leads right to the gates of the Dark Cathedral of Kronos, but it's chock full of twists, turns, and baddies that'll make you mother weep. Let's go to the action.
I think I agree.
Ratchet, your path to the cathedral is blocked.
I think I agree with people who complain about this game
I suggest using a grind rail as
in the
the
sense of
only way
structure. I feel like this game would be much more fluid and effective if they... And I'm sure it's like a level loading thing. But if they could just let you do the whole thing, you know, if they could load the whole map and not worry about... Because, you know, it's fight Shell Shock once, end mission, do a grind rail, end mission, hack the orbs, end mission. It's very... The missions are very quick and scattered. If it was just one fluid mission... You know, like on Serathos, it's, you know, open the door, do like one little round of enemies, end mission, spawn on the other side of the next door, run through the swamp, end mission, only to reappear in the same spot. If it was just one fluid mission on Serathos, that'd be aces. And you can only use one weapon on the... Ah, cool, I was mid-air on that one. You can only use one weapon on the grind rails, unfortunately. Where's the camera? Okay. That was neat. Thank you.
Team Darkstar has made it inside the Dark Cathedral of Kronos. It's cold, it's dank, it's scary, it's just like my ex-wife. Take a good long last look at Team Darkstar, folks, because Shell Shock is about to plaster them all over these cathedral walls.
There's definitely... Because, like, I loved the era when platformers like this got more, like, action-oriented and just got, like, darker. Because, like, I think, like, the divorce joke, I don't think that's something new Ratchet would make. That's not something old Ratchet before this would have made, I don't think. Well, maybe. But there's definitely some stuff in this game. I need to acid. I'll just keep it. I'll just keep it acid. What the hell? Just keep it. But yeah, this game like fits into a weird slot with Ratchet and Clank of being like the edgy one, because like Jak and Daxter did it too. Jak and Daxter, you know, from Jak 1 to Jak 2, instantly like the darker timeline. Oh. Oh. I accidentally hit the EMP button. My bad. Did not mean to do that. Not EMP. The super. My robots have a super that I did. Didn't mean to. Yeah, no, it's just interesting, like that era of, because Jack 1 to Jack 2, that was like a darker shift. Jack, oh shit. Sly Cooper did that a little bit. Like, I would consider Sly 3 a little bit darker. Like, the murder of Sly's family has always been at the heart of the heart of that franchise. But like, Sly 3 kind of introduced this morally gray, like maybe his dad sucked kind of like, it felt a little more mature in terms of content. It was still cartoony and, you know, had that comic book aesthetic in the with the enemy attacking, killing enemies and stuff. It was still goofy, but oh, and he's got bouncers. How much XP did I get? Dead. Charge boots, thank God!
Look at those idiots cheering! 6 million bolts of hardware down the drain, and those ingrates are celebrating like I won the freaking lottery! Remind me why I put up with these morons.
Who else would watch Vox News? Temptation Asteroid? Galaxy's funniest decapitations?
Yeah.
Queer Eye for the Tyrannoid?
I get it. Seems we've underestimated our Lumbach's friend.
He got lucky. Shell Shock was too slow and too stupid to be an exterminator. He should have been retired years ago.
Well, he's retired now. Ratchet, however... he just may be useful. He's even more popular than you were back in your heroic youth. Come to think of it, he even reminds me of you.
I said he got lucky. His luck won't last forever.
I'm not gonna lie, I would absolutely watch a Queer Eye for the Tyrannoid. That sounds awesome. Pilot the hover ship, start the battle force field. We'll just start with the arena one.
The arena challenge brings us back to the days of classic arena combat. An old-fashioned arena deathmatch, just like Mom used to make.
Just like Mom used to make. Aiming mod, I want speed. Give me speed. God, I can't wait to be like 7 levels into this game with only 1 leveled up weapon. I don't think I played this smart. It's fine. I'll be using level 1 magma cannon during the Avengers tournament. It's gonna be awesome. Oh, shit. Cool. Do I want to do... I'll do this one. This one's pretty easy.
Ratchet, keep hacking the security orbs, or the arena walls will collapse on top of you. And watch your back. Dread Zone will send wave after wave of enemies in your direction.
Yeah, this is basically do the arena fight without your robots because they're going to be busy hacking. I'm not that worried about it. I keep forgetting how fast those guys are. Oh, cool. Didn't even realize it. I don't want to do that one. Avenger Tournament. So, I mentioned before that this game sets a precedent that it doesn't follow through on. So you see on the Avenger Tournament, we're wearing green armor, and we're facing off against Shellshock in the poster, in the banner. The other tournaments are actually, like, there's us in blue armor facing off against Reactor. This is actually a series of arena fights leading up to a fight with Reactor. Like, challenges and stuff actually leading up to a fight with Reactor. Shellshock is the only major boss fight that we don't fight in his respective tournament. So it's like, we unlock planets one at a time to get to Kronos. We beat the first boss on Kronos, and then do the tournament for the new armor set. And this is the only time it's like that. It sets a precedent it does not follow through on in multiple ways. Once we do the Avenger Tournament, we unlock Char and Orxon at the same time. And the requirements to get here is 50,000 dread points and 2 of the blue badges. We get 1 each for... So yeah, we need to be an Avenger to unlock both of these planets. That's what that is for. So we immediately unlock 25,000 Avenger. We'll unlock both of them at the same time. Crusader Tournament. We get both of the blue badges here. It opens up more versatility in like the order that you want to tackle planets, I guess, is the way to put it. Not something they've done it up until now. It's... I don't know. It's just weird game design to me.
Clank, did you see me out there against that shell shock guy? Yeah, I saw. Oh, yeah.
You worry me, Ratchet.
Come on, Clank. Can't I just enjoy the moment?
Do you realize how many other heroes they have killed? Here, watch this.
And now for a Vox News action update.
The new season of Dread Zone is underway and on pace to break ratings records once again. This year's contestants include the notorious mafia crime boss known as Ratchet, seen here at his Mokhtar estate.
And to think that other networks actually call him a hero.
It's truly sad, Dallas. Other notable contestants include Ratchet's ruthless robotic accomplice, Clank.
I never did like the look of him, Juanita.
I'm just glad he's off the streets, Dallas. And lucky for us, the Vox All-Star Exterminator crew is headed once again by 5-time Grand Champion Ace Hardlight. Last season, Ace shocked the galaxy by terminating a record 13 contestants, including Captain Starshield, the Brown Ranger, and Mad Monkey McKnight.
Dread Zone's 6 trillion fans are in for some unbelievable action over the coming weeks.
They certainly are, Dallas.
Yeah, I remember hearing about Ace Hardlight when I was a kid. He was this famous hero who disappeared.
That must have been someone else. Why would a hero kill other heroes for money?
Not money, Tin Man. Fun.
I
Where are his eyes?
understand.
There they are.
Traitor! Do you think this is some kind of game?
That's exactly what it is, Furball. And you're going to be the star of my highlight reel. I'll see you soon, Lombax.
God. Even like the visor.
Busy with the fighting and the jumping and the hurting, but I have a new bot upgrade for you.
Alright. BOGO. Named after the sound the weapon makes when fired inside a crowded test laboratory, the BOGO was once the pride of the Meraxis Air Patrol. Go Comet took these once hovership-mounted grenade launchers and refitted them for personal use. Combat bots can hover in the distance, lob their payload at unsuspecting enemies. Shield Link might be smart. Basically, whenever one of my guys is doing like a wrench, or a bolt crank, or doing a hacker orb, the other one can shield them. Let's go Comet A. First of our this is the first of 4 devices used to increase. Oh. Yes, at the very least, I'm gonna get better armor and just better attack stats for my robots. Where are we at? Where are we at? Where are we at?
Congratulations, contestant.
Not even on the board.
There are now other contestants worse than you.
Cool. We killed Shellshock, and we're not even above him on the board. We are like 50,000 dread points away from even entering the leaderboard. I'm sorry, 50,200?
The action is hot in the Battle Dome as Ratchet takes on the Avenger Tournament. If he can survive this grueling series of challenges, he will earn the rank of Avenger.
Ah, the robots are blue now.
For the speed round. Oh, the humanity.
Speedy.
Folks, the Battle Dome is shaking with excitement. Get ready to watch Team Darkstar fight for survival as they make their way.
I really like... So, I know a lot of people are against this in games, but when they just use the same enemy model and just recolor it to show, like, oh, this is a higher level enemy. Like, I understand it from a game design aspect of, like, saving storage and just, you know, retexturing the same models. But also, I appreciate that, like, whatever enemy type we're about, or I guess more so it's like, we're about to get the green armor set, and the one after that is the blue armor set, so we're fighting, like, we're testing ourselves to be, you know, the next level, and the enemies are already at that next level, is kind of how I've interpreted that. You know, like, the enemy's already 2 steps ahead of us. I saw the red dot on the map, and I could not find it. 8 ammo mod. I mean, I guess the ammo mod is cool, but I would still like speed. Shit. Fuck those guys. The big, hunched over guys with the quills. Hate those guys. Alright. Ooh, what's that in there? Whatever could that be over there?
It's time to climb to the top of the terribly tubular Tower of Power.
Yeah, baby. Alright. Which one's gonna flip over? Okay. Gold blasters. And blue ones drop. Bam.
Ratchet has reached the top of the Tower
Eagle Eye.
of
I don't
Power.
know.
He may be the first contestant to do so in the history of Dread Zone. Juanita, what do you think about that?
Yeah, now we're Avenger. We got green.
We now have a new Avenger. After making his fortune selling cigarettes to children, Ratchet went on to pilot a tanker ship for Zexon.
A week later, Ratchet got drunk and crashed his tanker into the ocean world of Equados. Who can forget these graphic images of baby seals smothered in radioactive waste? Little Coco never had a chance.
How could you? What did little Coco ever do to you?
What?
Al, how can you believe these ridiculous lies?
No. I was just, you know, I mean...
Come on, guys. We need to get out of here before we all wind up dead. What's the plan?
I have been chatting with a tech droid on the operations level. She may be able to provide the blueprints for these Deadlocked collars.
That's great!
But we must be very careful. Fox has eyes everywhere.
Hey, Al, tell me again what it's like to be married to Courtney Gears.
Al's not married to anybody. He's messing with you.
Al, how could you lie about being married to Courtney Gears? Gold Star, Commando, Pale Rider. It's all cosmetic, it doesn't matter. Maybe if we have, like, an absorbent amount of money towards the end of the game.
You are small, fuzzy, and weak. Allow me to double-check your rankings to see if they are correct.
Yeah, no, we're bottom of the leaderboard.
Ratchet, I've seen assorted cheeses more dangerous than your combat bots. Bring them back to my shop and I'll give them some upgrades.
Nah. And we don't have enough Dread Zone points or whatever to unlock the next few planets, so we'll head back to the arena. I'm sure there were some that were unlocked. Yeah, there were some that were unlocked last time we were here, but it's fine.
It's time to get silent, but get
Oh.
ready.
Oh yeah, this is a level 1 fight. These guys do not stand a chance.
Don't get excited, Juanita. I'm talking about the gas round, where Ratchet must defeat all the enemies before the toxic fumes snuff him out. Oh, baby, I love that smell.
Oh, this is unfortunate for them. Easy. Grist at the mill. Blooper reels during the prestigious 2 a.m. time.
Oh, ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise. It's time to kill or be killed in the
Skillful.
round. Ratchet
What?
will survive under relentless attack from wave after wave of lethal enemies.
No idea. I thought I already had the 5er skill point. Neat. Char and Orxon. Oh, hey, Orxon from... Interesting. I thought all of this took... I thought all this took place in the Shadow Sector, the Shadow Realm. Shadow Sector. Orxon is from the first game. Was the Blarg homeworld also located in the distant reaches of space?
This challenge mode is downright nasty, Juanita. Our contestant must destroy every enemy without getting so much as a scratch.
Easy. Easy. And then is the other one... Yeah, wrench. Wrench only? Yeah.
The Butcher of Bogon has his work cut out for him this time, Juanita. He starts the round with only a wrench for protection.
Starts the round? That's all I have. There's gonna be one guy. Yeah. Okay. Oh, there's one guy behind me. Get out of here. Is that the only turret? I thought I saw a second one land. Alright. Got 9 rounds of this. Cool. And then that should be all of them? Yeah. If there's nothing to do, it sends you back, which is... Or if there's nothing new, it sends you back, which is cool.
You are small, fuzzy, and weak. Allow me to double-check your rankings to see if they are correct.
Yup, still bottom rung. Oh, rocket launcher. Oh, rocket launcher. This sure would have been nice in that last fight. Oh, man. Okay. Yeah. Yeah, I'll take it. Nope, come on. Yes. Okay. Still a bottom? Absolutely.
Your dread point score now allows you to advance to planet Shar.
We are nothing if not a bottom. How you doing? Bengen Gamer? Bengen Gamer? How you doing? Good to have you in chat. Ben is fine. Right on, right on. I'm gonna be real. I'm not a fan of either of these. At least I'm not a fan of the challenges on either of these planets, so I guess it doesn't matter what we go to first.
We're here on the beautiful Blargian homeworld of Orxon, overlooking a massive raritanium mining facility. Each week, challengers navigate their way through the facility with one goal in mind: destroy it! Dreadzone would like to thank the generous people of planet Orxon for, donating a new mining facility every week.
Char and Orxon, not some of my favorites either. So I think the
Permission to speak freely? This place stinks.
level design is cool. Like, I enjoy the ideas of both of them. Like, Char is like, destroy this ancient temple. Orxon is destroy this refinery. I think that's like a fun duality for leading up to the next tournament. Morphing. Nah. Just the, like, I don't like the Landstalker missions on either of the planets.
I'm afraid each one is equally dangerous.
The Landstalker is one of my, like, favorite vehicles in Ratchet and Clank, and I just don't feel like it's utilized well on these planets. Oh, it really doesn't matter where we go. Let's... Although, oh, I should have gone to Char first. I like Char because it gives you the flail, and the flail is one of my favorite weapons in this game. True, but I don't quite like the level structure of them either. Yeah, I don't like the level structure of Char for sure. And I especially don't like trying to get like all of the skill points on Char, because there's one mission full of enemy vehicles, and you have to do... There's a skill point of doing that mission without the Landstalker, which is available to you, which sucks. But, I like this level structure just because, like, we're going through the trenches down below, and then the next mission has us in the same area going up top. I don't know, it's not egregious, but this is definitely a hump in the game you gotta get over. This is like it's an uphill battle getting to the next tournament. The Vindicator tournament? Is it Vindicator and then Liberator? Man, it's been... I truly just turned my brain off when I played this game. I do not know what is happening. Is this the side with money? No. Okay. Probably my least favorite planets and stages in the game, TBH. Ooh, what? I think I agree with that, but Torval is rough for me, if I'm being honest. Planet Torval is kind of rough for me anyway, but I think I agree with you, at least for, like...
And I don't know about you, but I am ready for some more carnage.
I think I like the Valix belt enough to counteract how much I don't like Torval, and those are also a set, the same as like Char and Orxon. So in terms of like level sets, like this portion of the game is probably my least favorite. The hover bike is the only part I don't like about Torval. The hover bike for me is like my favorite. At least the hover bike for me is like the easiest parts of this game. So I don't mind a hover bike mission within the story of Torval. But yeah, no. Yeah, the Torval hover bike mission is probably a bit rough. I don't like the turret missions. I feel like Ratchet games in general never have really engaging turret missions. It's easy, yeah, it's just a small circular path drive over. Yeah, it's a bit repetitive, and on harder difficulties it can definitely take a while. But I would say the turret mission on Torval is probably like my least favorite mission in the game. Oh, I'm gonna have to buy a new weapon eventually. But not right now. Oh. Cool. I always like the turret mission, so I like it. It's not my favorite. I recently figured this out on stream. The best turret, if I could create like the perfect turret mission, I would have the turret from Jack 2 in the turret missions for Ratchet and Clank. Because I think the worst thing a turret mission can do is something every turret mission does, and that is overheat and the turret stops working. In Jack 2, when the turret overheats, you can still fire it, it just fires slow. So, like, I think that is the... I think that's the best type of turret, in my opinion, is one that you don't have to wait for to, like, cool down. I don't know. I just hate the turret missions from Jack 2 with all of my heart, despite the fact that it's such a good turret.
Not if I kill you first.
And Ratchet has no overheating. In Deadlocked? Because I'm fairly certain, Ratchet 1, Ratchet 3 I know has overheating. Doesn't it? Doesn't Ratchet 3 have overheating on, like, Marcadia? Oh, cool, my controller disconnected. Does Ratchet... The turrets in Deadlock don't have overheating. Okay. Huh. Other Ratchet games? I don't know. I would not be surprised if I am wrong. I'm wrong about most things. Shit. I knew that was gonna happen. Oh, I was standing right over the rail that was gonna explode. God. I've only played Deadlocked, Size Matters, Q, Full Frontal Assault, side installments from my understanding. Not surprising, a bit different from the main games. Yeah. The only one I would truly consider... So... The only Ratchet and Clank games I would truly consider side games are probably the mobile games. Like, Deadlocked is Ratchet and Clank 4, like, canonically. It takes place, like, right after Ratchet 3. Size Matters was not made by Insomniac Games, so a lot of people kind of ignore that one. But it does some really cool stuff with like armor sets, and it's definitely not optimized. That game is not great, but I can understand why a lot of people would consider that like a side game, just because it's not by Insomniac. Full Frontal Assault Q-Force, that... I never liked Size Matters. A lot of people don't. Did you play the PS2 version or the PSP version? Because I think that can also shape how people view that game. Because it was like a PSP game. That PS2 version, yeah, that is the worst version of that game. They did nothing to optimize it for a home console, and it plays exactly like the PSP version. But like if you're playing it on PSP, it's one of those like, oh, I understand, this is a portable console, they can only do so much. So people tend to be more lenient on the PSP version. PS2 version, there is no excuse for how that game runs. I hate the hover bike in Size Matters. That's probably the worst playable section of Ratchet and Clank for me. Of everything Ratchet and Clank of the last, God, 20 years, that turret the hover bike sections of Size Matters are atrocious. Does Size Matters have a hover bike? Oh, never mind. Yeah, they had a hover bike races. Not like the hover bike in, I'd consider it more, I consider those hover bike segments more like Ratchet and Clank 2 with, Going Commando. But, yeah, it's rough. But yeah, Q-Force Full Frontal Assault, that's very much like, there was a weird, I call it like an experimental trilogy for Ratchet and Clank. Hoverbike makes me think of the actual vehicle. So those in Size Matters are called... Oh! Was it Hoverboard? Okay. Oh, it's been so long. That would make sense if it was more like... if it was Hoverboard. Okay, my bad. Because Ratchet and Clank 1 had Hoverboard, and Ratchet and Clank 2 had Hoverbike, and I couldn't remember which one they adapted for Size Matters, which one they kind of transferred. If it's Hoverboard, that makes more sense. I'm just misremembering. But yeah, Full Frontal Assault was like right in the middle of a weird trilogy. There's like All for One, which was you could play it multiplayer or single player, but there was no camera controls, which was very weird, and it was very much optimized for multiplayer. So if you're playing it single player, you're not going to have a great time. Full Frontal Assault, you could play like 2-player, and again, it was kind of meant for that, kind of optimized for that. What is that grinding sound? That sounds awful. The only good game I would consider from the kind of experimental... Because, like, they had a really good trilogy with the Ratchet and Clank Future trilogy that had, like, a really great story. There was a big, like, overarching narrative, some of the biggest games. And then afterwards, there were just, like, 3 Ratchet and Clank games that were weird. Story was mid, some cool new gameplay elements, and I would consider Into the Nexus the only good game from those. I mean, I'm probably still going to play all of them on stream, but I really like the concept of Full Frontal Assault. But as you say, without someone to play it with, doesn't have a ton of replayability. Yeah, I understand where it's coming from, because that was like the boom of, or at least that was the, yeah, I would consider 2012 the boom of like tower defense games. Like, you had a lot of browser games doing that style. So wanting to capitalize on that, I get it. It was just weird for a Ratchet and Clank game, and you never really see anything like it again. I really admire that experimental trilogy for what they were trying to do. Like, All for One wanted to make a really fun couch co-op experience in a world where online co-op became much more the flavor. You know, you had the rise of, like, Call of Duty and Minecraft. You had all of these big online multiplayer games coming out around, like, 2010, 2011. So I really admired All For One for trying to get a couch co-op experience right, but without somebody to play it with, nah. Same with Full Frontal Assault. You know, you could play both of those games online with people, but, like, they were built for couch co-op, and it really felt like it. Just because you had to go explore, you had to go explore the levels in Full Frontal Assault, but also defend your base in, like, waves. So, it's very much designed as, like, oh, one person stay at base, one person go explore. What? Wait. What was that? Tan 0. Campaign complete. Tan 0. Okay. Oh, I love the PS3 version of this game. This is bad. But yeah, Into the Nexus was a return to form. It just had a lot of cool, like, puzzles, and it was very short for a Ratchet and Clank game, so people kind of overlook it, but I think Into the Nexus was a great cherry on top of the PS3 era of Ratchet and Clank. They had, like, six Ratchet and Clank games on PS3, and I think Into the Nexus was a nice cherry on top, a nice bite-sized game. It's Mad Swarmer's Labyrinth of Death. Sure, these are okay missions.
Folks, we've added a special twist to the assault mode. Our contestant will only have access to weapons placed in the battle course. Good luck.
Yeah, and I have my cool weapons. Well, I have my level 9 pistols and my level 1 Omega cannon. Or magma cannon. I don't think I'm playing this game optimally.
Ratchet has reached the halfway point. He's really tearing it up out there, folks.
I keep forgetting I have the charge boots now. I will say, as a step backwards from previous Ratchet and Clank games, I miss collectibles. I miss the feeling of there being real side missions. You know, like early Ratchet and Clank had some, you know, oh, you don't have to go out of your way for the box breaker, the bolt grabber, or the bolt magnetizer, armor magnetizer, whatever they call it. There was like side stuff you could collect, and oh, I don't want to. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to do that mission. On to Shar.